Alright guys, so I had to sign in and everything. We got to our location. They complained that a cold well, I think that's what they put in the email, wasn't working. It's basically one of those just icing up walls. You put a bunch of like condiments and stuff in there. It's self-contained, so it's not like what you've probably seen on my channel where it's like a top rail with condiments and then like an open cabinet system at the bottom. Or drawers. It's a little self-contained refrigerator. Basically ices up to keep everything in it cold because there's no fans or anything to circulate air. It's just cold walls. Like, it works like an ice chest. So let's get down. They just put not working and then making a loud noise or something. Alright, so their main complaint was that there was a loud noise when it would turn back on. So I had already kind of started messing with it before I even talked to them because they were kind of busy. And it wasn't doing that for me, so I asked them about the temperature. They said it's temping fine. Their main concern was if it was a compressor or something. Compressor's working fine. We did drop the temp by almost 10 degrees just by cleaning out that condensing coil. They said they went in there and I guess try to brush it off. So that's why it didn't look as dirty as I expected it to be. They had already brushed it off. So then from there, I told them there's dirt inside the coil, like that you can't see unless you put a flashlight to it. So I didn't get a snapshot of that, but basically I just sprayed the foam. It'll expand and push all that stuff around. It should bring out some of it, but the deeper the coil, you know, the harder it'll be to push it out. So I usually go in there with that Hydroshot. It's basically a pressure washer, but it's battery powered, so it's not going to damage the coils in any way. You don't have to worry about it with a battery powered one. Now if I brought in a full, you know, heavy duty one, that's an issue, but a battery powered one is not going to be an issue. It just pushes all the dirt through, and you saw all the dirt that came out. It was quite dirty. Brought everything down. On those, I don't like to put a temperature probe or anything of mine in the food because it's the food that they're serving. So usually I'll ask them for one of their thermometers because that's how they check it. But like I said, there's no fan or anything in the evaporator, so to speak. It's just the wall that ices up. So as long as it's icing up to the top and then maybe overflowing a little bit with frost everywhere, it's working. Now if you had a big section that's missing frost, or if it's just sweating and you don't get frost after a few minutes, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, then you have an issue, and then you need to start checking your charge. Now what I would have done on a small unit like that is pulled the charge and weigh in. I think it was like 14 ounces. It wasn't much. So you can do it that way, or you can just add and keep an eye on your head pressure. But since it's like a static type of thing, it's not, like I said, there's no fan or anything. That evaporator coil in the wall is not really picking up heat or anything. It's your pressures after startup, after it's already cold, has some ice or even it's sweating, the pressures are going to they're going to drop really low. It's going to look like it's low on refrigerant. If you go by that to charge it up, it's going to be very difficult. If I had to, I would just add a little bit, see if the frost comes up, and deal with it that way. But if you're trying to add to bring up pressures, you're never going to win that battle. You would kind of know on startup on a hot box, you know, that your head pressure would be higher then, but even then it's hard without the fan there. Like I said, it's not doing what a traditional evaporator coil is doing with 2 fans or however many fans, and doing all that exchanging and whatnot. On those, you're more likely to weigh in a charge and go by that. That's all that is. All right, guys, so pretty simple call. Lately, I've been getting a lot of those dirty coil calls. And if you guys follow me on any of my other platforms, you've been seeing me post, you know, daily work or every few days, something like this where it's not really going to be like a full YouTube video, or it's not super complicated, but I'll share it in stories and different things. And a question that I was getting a lot is like, what am I using? I try to answer if you guys ask me over on like Instagram or TikTok is where I post a lot. And then you can also find my stuff over on Twitter and Facebook as well, you know, the same posts. So this is the Worx Hydroshot. Now, when I started my channel, I think I did a review on it, like a quick one. And me, myself, I'm not going to go back and look at it. I don't like looking at my old videos. But I've been asked, like I said, a whole bunch of times to please go over it. What am I using and how I use it. So I'm going to do this updated video now that I can show you like footage of me using it. So that, like I said, this is a Hydroshot Worx. You can find it, I think you can still find it at Lowe's and Home Depot. I think Home Depot you might have to order it. Lowe's you might have a better chance of finding it in the store. I have the original one, and this is just the 20 volt max power share 2 amp hour. You can tell it's a small battery. So yeah, it is battery powered. I don't have to plug it in or anything. I just have to remember to keep this charged, which I usually do now. I keep my Milwaukee stuff and this in a little area that I have all my chargers. As I drive, I can charge them and whatnot. But yeah, battery powered, so I don't have to worry about plugging it in anywhere if I don't have power. Because this is something I'm going to pull out if I don't have water access, if I don't have power access, or if I'm working on something super small. You can attach a 2-liter bottle to it. Now, before this, I was using just, you know, an empty soda bottle, and this part attaches to any 2-liter bottle. You can buy this. I'll have it in my tool link as an accessory. This is separate. The adapter comes with the tool, but you have to buy your own bottle. So it just quick connects on it, and you can use it like that. This is great for really small condensers, so reach-in coolers and freezers where you have that small square condenser like I've shown. This will be enough water, maybe 2 at the most, and that'll get you by to push out any dirt. So this combined with I mean, you can have your choice, but I like the Refrigeration Technologies Hvacr coil cleaner spray. So this is basically like an aerosol that you spray on the condenser coil. It foams up really nice, and like I said, it pushes out everything. But if your condenser coil, if you guys pay attention to it, if it's a small one, more than likely, like on a reach-in cooler or freezer especially, they have to fit all that refrigerant in there, and it's going to be a small square coil, so then it's going to go about 3 rows deep. So like that customer that try to clean their own condenser coil, and I find it a lot, where they try to change filters on it, or they try to brush it down with something, and then they call me because it's still not working. If you put a flashlight to it, I don't know if I have any footage of that, you'll see a bunch of lint and dirt, and you won't be able to see through it, or you can kind of see through it, but you see a lot of dirt in there anyway. So what you want to do is go with something, and you can use a water hose or whatnot, but something that gives you a good amount of force to quickly do it and be in and out and all that. And like I said, with this bottle, real quick, I don't have to get a water hose or anything, worry about dragging that across the kitchen because I mostly work in kitchens. Go in there and push all the dirt out. The cleaner will break up everything, and then you can push it out with this. So this has your typical pressure washer settings. It's going to have a 40 degree, a 25 degree, and a 15 degree. Oh, and a 0 degree if you really want that, just laser pressure. But this one, what I like about it is it has a rinse setting. So if you're really worried about using pressure on a coil, maybe it's brittle, older, you can use a rinse function on it, and it just throws a little stream out. I'll demonstrate in a bit the different settings, but it being a battery powered pressure washer, it is not that strong, to be honest. So I'm not out there, you know, doing pressure washer things. I'm not trying to clean off concrete sidewalks or anything like that. I'm trying to just get water in an area that I can't get a hose, or I can't run a long hose through a kitchen, or there's no water access close by. I can go fill this up at a sink or wherever they have water, come back to the back where I'm at and rinse it out. I keep everything in a pack out, so I do have a PM pack out. I'll go over that in the video because I do eventually want to do a van tour. So I'm going to show you what that pack out stack has individually. That way in the van tour I don't have to do it super detailed and make it like an hour long. So I do have a PM pack out, I have a vacuum pack out. Like I said, that'll be dropping soon, I'm pretty sure. Individual videos, and then we'll do the whole van tour so you guys can see how I have everything laid out. Especially since I switched to the Milwaukee pack out. I think a lot of people are starting to do that, and they're asking me that, or they got a new van and they want to know how to lay it out, or they just switched to Milwaukee as well and they want to know what mine looks like, so that, you know, they can get an idea. So I'm going to try to drop that soon, so stay tuned. Alright, so like I said, when I bought the tool itself, it's the pressure washer and the battery that comes with it. And it's going to come with this long wand, at least from what I understand. I think it still does. And this is extremely long. I'm not sure. I'll put up how many inches it is, but that's what came with it. And that's what I was using for the longest time, which is perfectly fine. So it comes with the wand and the nozzle. So yeah, the nozzle is really good. It is a special end there that's flat. So when that goes in there, there's a certain way that it goes into, just so you guys know. It's not super universal, but that's what it came with. Put it in. And like I said, that's a really long setup right there. So I used it like that for a good while. Decided to finally get some shorter adapters. Now it also comes with a chemical foam gun. So typically you'd use that for a car wash or something, but I actually do use it for coil cleaner. So you fill this up. It does have some measurements on the side. It goes on the end here, the same way as the wand. You know, that's a pretty good setup for that. And that's the way to get chemical cleaner on your coils. So you got that covered too. And then it also comes with this bottle adapter. So this will fit in any 2-liter. It's a twist top, so you just twist it on. And this is a quick connect to the bottom. So that works out great. And then it also comes with a siphoning hose. So basically the same thing. This is a long hose that I'm actually considering cutting because I never use the length that it is. But that's the part you put in the bucket or whatever water source you have that is like standing water. And then you put this as another quick connect that hooks up to the pressure washer. And that's how you get water without having a water faucet or hose that you can use. You're going to be grabbing water from a bucket with this, or from a 2-liter bottle, or one of these. This is a heavy duty one basically that I can throw in and not worry about it messing up. So that's the PM pack out. I'm gonna have a video on that soon. It can carry basically all of this minus the wand. The wand is obviously too big, but that I keep clipped in the van if I need it. I don't use that anymore. But I do carry the foam cannon and the accessories for the water and the pressure washer itself. And I forgot to mention that this bottle adapter is 2 pieces. So this is what makes it connect to the bottle. This is actually just a quick connect that can go to a garden hose. So you can twist it on a regular garden hose and use water like that. If you need to, for whatever reason, use a hose as your water supply. And the bottle, I don't keep it because I don't use it all the time. So I keep that stored away in a bucket over here in the van for storage. Now what I had to do to get something shorter is I found this wand. I believe this is on Amazon. I'll have links to everything. If you go to my tool link, it should be there. Every time I buy or start using something, I try to update it. So this is just a short wand. So you would take the nozzle from the one that you had. This is actually a Worx wand. It's just a shorter version. So you put it on there, and that's your wand now. Twist it, and now that's a much better profile for most of the cleanings I do. And then I took it a step further, because obviously you have to be straight on to use this at this point with either wand. So they also have this pivoting adapter. Again, it's something else you have to buy separate. So for that, it's a quick connect on both sides. So you can attach this to the quick connect part. So you pull the nozzle off and then put this in there. And then you put your nozzle on the other end. So at this point, I could be pointing it down and then pivoting it up. If I'm standing and it's on the ground, I can turn this sideways because it's on the quick connect swivel. And if there's a wall next to the condenser, I can go in there sideways and get an angle like that, where I'm washing it from the side, but I can get it to the coil. So that's what that pivoting wand does. So I keep it on there. It doesn't add too much length to it to where it's an issue. And that's how I use the pressure washer. Now to show you guys the water that comes out of this thing, I mostly use it on 40. So has a little safety. That's mostly what I'm going to use it on. That setting right there. You have 25. You have 15. And you have 0. Now the function I was talking about, it does have a rinse. Real light sprinkle. So you can feel safe with that. Like I said, they're not going to be very strong. Now I don't have a whole bunch of water right now, and then I still have it looped up. So this is either going to be a bucket for you guys full of water, or since I use like I said, pack outs for everything now. I just reuse the pack out. I empty it out. Of course, I take up only what I need, but I empty it out. Like it would be this setup right here. Then I fill this up with water and take it up with me, or take it into the kitchen or wherever I'm at, and then use that as water instead of bringing an extra bucket or anything like that. So, little showcase on the Hydroshot and how I use that to clean some coils. Oh, and I've been having a blast doing the live stream, the weekly live stream with you guys. So I know I missed this week, but please, every Tuesday night, go on my channel, check out the live stream. I try to do it weekly, and it's been, you know, so much fun just chatting with you guys. The chat is always off the chart. I'm always trying to keep up with it, and it keeps me talking for like the whole hour to 2 hours. I try to have a topic usually, and we just had Angel from HVAC Boss on there a couple weeks ago, and that turned out great. A lot of you guys love that. I want to have him on again in the future, and then like I know you guys have been asking for more guests, so I'm working on that. Just, you know, check out the live stream. If you don't want to watch the whole video because it's just me talking, there is podcasts available anywhere you listen to those, so the audio gets ripped and you can listen to it on your favorite podcast like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, any of those. And yeah, listen to it on the go and support the channel. All right guys, that does it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, I got asked this question a lot, so I hope it helps those people. You know, hope it helps some other people that are looking into a setup like this. So like I said, stay tuned. I have a whole bunch of videos that I need to get out. Some of them I'm not allowed to post yet. And you know, that's kind of the downfall working with some companies, is you gotta wait for approval and all that. So since that is getting pushed back, what the good thing for the viewers is that means that the van tour is gonna get pushed up. So I was gonna wait for that, but I'm gonna push out this video this week, and then I'm gonna try and put a service call video up maybe after that, and then I'm gonna get to work on a van tour. So you'll see a bunch of short videos on, like I said, the different pack outs that I have. That way, if you're looking for something individually, like a video on something specific, you can have that video to look for. Like if you wanna look for a PM pack out video, you wanna look for a vacuum setup video, those are all gonna be separate videos in one little playlist, but they're gonna be like super short videos. Then, like I said, I'll work on the van tour, and I'll have that whole, you know, scope of things where I show you how it's laid out. I took out a bunch of stuff. If you guys saw my previous van tour, I started from scratch. I ripped out a lot of stuff. I put in a bunch of Milwaukee stuff. So I'll show you how I did it. I have a mix and match of different things. It's not strictly pack out, but that has helped me so much with putting things away, being more organized, you know, and it's really cool to have these things that just click in place. So I'm gonna get to work on that already. That way you guys can have that soon already, since I can't do a lot of these videos right now. So that's the plan for now. Yeah, if you made it this far, please drop a like, say what's up in the comments, let me know that you're here. I feel like YouTube was a little slow for a while, so I kind of took advantage of that, took a little break. You know, I wasn't editing for a while. If you guys follow me on my platforms, like I said, TikTok, Instagram, and then that stuff gets posted on Facebook and Twitter automatically. If you want to keep up that way, make sure to follow me on those platforms. I post more there because I can post stories or little pictures of what I'm working on at the moment, where it's not a full video. And you may have noticed that I have been doing a little rebranding or like upgrading. I don't want to call it like a rebrand. Upgrading here and there, getting some more of a professional look. I hope you guys are enjoying that. And yeah, just looking to improve and be better and help you guys any way that I can. So remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys.